Hey everybody! So, I felt like it was worth a conversation to have a conversation about migraines as I just suffered one and was in bed for the last couple hours. So, let me know if you've had migraines, if you know what a migraine is, what yours are like, what you do to stop them, and how long you've been having them. When did they start, right? So, my first migraine was when I was a senior in college, 2004. So I've been having them for 14 years now. I have probably one a year or two a year. Thank God it's not more. I know people who get them frequently, and I know how debilitating it can be. So, migraines are different for different people, right? My migraines come with aura symptoms. It's a really weird chain of events that happens before the actual headache comes on. The first thing that happens when I get a migraine, which happened this morning, at the end of my workout at the gym that I was teaching, when I was stretching, I all of a sudden couldn't find my focus. So it's like tunnel vision, where I can see kind of what's in front of me, but there's a lot of blind spots and everything to my peripheral vision is blurry. So that is my first signal that a migraine is coming. I believe my migraines are caused by weather change and stress, and it's like a perfect storm of the two. But when I think about it, I don't know if there's ever a time when we don't have stress in our lives. So it could just be the weather change. So after I have my tunnel vision, I got myself out of the gym, got done with my class, and I headed down to ShopRite to do my food shopping. My second weird symptom is that my teeth start to hurt. I get pain in my teeth, and my lips and my tongue start to tingle, and my speech gets slurred. Then I am absolutely positive that's a migraine coming. So, third thing is when I was walking into ShopRite, because I knew what was coming and I needed to get my food shopping done, right? Is that I lose feeling in my left hand only. So I almost dropped my phone on the floor, I almost dropped my keys, and I'm holding on to the cart and I can't feel my hand, my left hand only. So there's the third one. I think that's all of my symptoms that I feel. When those are done, they kind of go away, and then I get really nauseous and feel like I'm going to throw up. A lot of times I do throw up. Sometimes I don't. I just feel nauseous. Oops, shit. I just burnt that bag. And the carrots are burning. I didn't realize that was still hot. All right, real life problems. Let's get these carrots off the hot stove. Okay, so when all that's done and goes away, I get the most massive headache ever. Like I'd rather die than live through it. My worst migraine was the first one that I suffered with Jay. So that was maybe a little bit after he and I started dating, and it was at the end of a softball game. And I was playing third base, and I just couldn't even see the ball. I was scared because I couldn't see anything in front of me. That one got so bad. That was my worst one. And I ended up in the ER all night. They were pumping morphine into me. My head on the pillow hurt. I really wanted to die. Jay touching me was making me nauseous. All that stuff. So I spent the night in the ER. And then I had a weird one. I think the most inconvenient migraine was when I was at Disney World and we had gone on Space Mountain. It was a weird year in Disney. We were there in November. My grandmother had just passed away, so I was under a lot of stress. And it also snowed while we were in Orlando. So that was kind of strange. But we went on Space Mountain. It was our first ride, and then I could feel all the symptoms coming. I ended up going into the bathroom and throwing up in the bathroom in Disney, kneeling on the floor. And then I picked up a stomach virus while I was there too, so that was nice. But I spent the entire day in the infirmary at Disney. And then I had probably the weirdest migraine last year. it was like recurring. So for an entire 3 days, the migraine would come and then it would go away. And it came back like 3 times. So that was really weird. So migraines are tough. They're not just headaches. Some people get those weird aura symptoms, some don't. Some just get a massive headache. Usually I feel it right through here. What I did today, the first thing is that darkness and no sound. You need silence, you need darkness. So when I got home, first I'm kneeling on the floor thinking I might throw up. But then once I felt the nausea go away, I got in my bed, pulled the blankets over my head, and I asked Jay to get me an ice pack. Having an ice pack to kind of numb the pain a little bit helps me out. So he was amazing. He did the laundry, put all the groceries away, made the kids lunch, kept the kids downstairs, and eventually I started to feel okay. So I spent a couple hours in bed, and I feel a whole lot better. Definitely don't feel back to normal. Sometimes most of the time when I get migraines, afterwards, I'll feel like I have a concussion. So right now, I feel like I have head pain. I can't go up and down quickly. So hopefully by tomorrow when I have my insanity class, I'll feel better. Otherwise, I'll just be barking orders at everybody else and instructing more than doing. But that's basically it. I know, and I didn't do any research before I hopped on, but I know that when I get migraines, it's a constriction of the blood vessels to the brain. And so what I do is I take Excedrin migraine, which I keep on me. I used to have a prescription for Relpax, but since I was only getting one a year, I was spending like $100 to have all these pills and not taking any of them, and then they would expire. So Excedrin migraine, it doesn't stop it, but it definitely reduces the effects, and I don't go to the ER anymore. I don't need a morphine drip anymore. So Excedrin migraine, the ice pack helps. And I'll also do some caffeine. So I used to have some chocolate or a can of Coke. Coke kind of makes me sick to my stomach these days. I don't drink it. We don't even have it in the house. So today I asked Jay to make me a little bit of Energize, which is natural caffeine from green tea and quercetin. And so with my Energize, a little bit of rest and a cold pack on my head, I felt pretty good. I just took a shower and now I'm back to meal prep. So much better than the way it used to be. And if you are a migraine sufferer, definitely share what yours are like. If you've never had one before, share. And hopefully if you ever do get one, at least you'll know what it is. So that's all I wanted to do, talk a little bit about that experience, and moving right along. Got to finish up my food prep. All right, take care, everyone. Bye.